Are you looking for the best QLED TV? In this video we will look at some of the 6 best QLED smart TV on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Samsung 65-inch class Neo QLED 4K QN90C series. It's hard not to love a Samsung TV. Over the last decade or so, the manufacturer has consistently delivered one amazing set after another, and has been producing some top-notch QLEDs for several years now. We were huge fans of the 2022 Samsung QN90B, and now we're more than glad to sing the praises of our favorite 2023 QLED, the incredible Samsung QN90C. Available in sizes ranging from 43 to 85 inches, the QN90C is going to be the best QLED for most folks, although some may be interested in taking things a step further with the flagship performance of the Samsung S95C QD OLED. As for those of us who choose to remain with a more traditional QLED, the QN90C has it all. We're talking near impeccable HDR performance, chart-topping peak brightness levels, terrific reflection handling, and some of the best gaming features you'll find in 2023. Many of these features are further enriched by Samsung's Neural Quantum Processor 4K, which optimizes each and every source to give you as much picture detail as possible, whether you're watching brand new Netflix 4K HDR releases or your vintage DVD collection. When it comes to contrast, QLED TVs are also getting better at acting more like OLEDs, which bodes well for those of us who want our movies and TV shows to be packed with rich colors and amazing black levels. The QN90C is an LED-powered TV, and we did notice a bit of light blooming during darker scenes, but that's a small grievance about an otherwise remarkable picture. Number 2. Sony 65-inch Mini LED 4K Ultra HD TV X93L Series. While Sony doesn't claim to use quantum dots, it calls its tech Triluminos Pro, and doesn't market its TVs as QLEDs, they compete right alongside the TVs on this list that are marketed as QLED. So, if you're considering a QLED TV based on the idea that they are top-tier LED/LCD TV performers, then you should also be considering this Sony option, never mind that it doesn't have QLED printed on the box. With that out of the way, we give you the Sony Bravia X93L Mini LED, a 2023 TV that picks up where last year's excellent flagship Sony X95K Mini LED TV left off, but for a much better price. In fact, the X93L is identical to the X95K but with a handful of software improvements, including better eco settings management, new black level adjustments for better fine-tuning of darker scenes if you're a Game of Thrones fan, and a new gaming dashboard that lets you switch between 60Hz and 120Hz VRR. It's bright, at 1800 peak nits, has beautiful color reproduction, supports all the HDR contrasty things you need, HDR10, HLG, and Dolby Vision, and is excellent for gamers, too, with VRR, auto low latency mode, and HDMI 2.1 support. If you're a fan of Sony soundbars, too, you can take advantage of the X93L's ability to sync the TV's speakers with select soundbars to help with clearer dialogue and immersion. It's also Dolby Atmos capable. The X93L is a new spin on one of Sony's best TVs for 2023, but without the premium Sony tax. Number 3. TCL 65-inch QM8 QLED 4K Smart Mini LED TV. TCL is at it again with its lineup of mini LED QLED TVs that continue to prove that you can have high-end features and quality at prices that are way more reasonable than the marquee TV brands. And the TCL QM8 is literally the brand's shining example, blindingly shiny with peak brightness levels of 2500 nits in our tests, making it one of the brightest TVs we've ever seen. Our reviewer was so impressed with the QM8, in fact, that he praised it as his go-to TV recommendation for probably 90% of people this year. In line with QLED's ability to deliver bright images that are great for those setting up their TV in a light-drenched room, the MQ8 also has it where it counts in the contrast area, too, with support for Dolby Vision, HDR10, HRD10+, and HLG, and excellent local dimming that also make it a good performer in darker rooms with decent black levels. Are they as inky as OLED? The TCL QM8 is a Google TV-based TV, which makes for easy setup and use as well as access to all the streaming services and apps you could ever want via the Google Play Store, plus it's got Chromecast built in for easy mirroring and casting from your devices. With a 120Hz refresh rate, fast action movies are smooth, and gamers will appreciate the TV's support for variable refresh rate (VRR) and game accelerator that boosts things up to 240 Hz and AMD FreeSync Pro for even smoother gameplay. The TCL QM8 also features a built-in subwoofer for bigger bass sound, but you're still probably going to want an external soundbar. Number 4. Hisense 65-inch Class U8 Series Mini LED Yield 4K UHD Google Smart TV. We can't stop talking about Hisense TVs. When Hisense models first started hitting US shelves, they were decent TVs, but they were certainly aimed at a more price-conscious shopper, with cost valued more than performance. Fast forward to today, and Hisense has carved out quite the name for itself, and not just because of how much you won't spend on a model like the U8K. This is one mean QLED, folks. In our own testing of the TV, the Hisense U8K rocked the house when it came to peak brightness levels, delivering readings around 2000 nits when viewing HDR content. Tech talk aside, this means that the U8K can get insanely bright, and without colors becoming oversaturated. That's the biggest feat, really. Yes, most QLEDs can get very bright, but this tends to interfere with overall color accuracy and contrast. That's just not the case with the U8K. Available in 55-, 65-, and 75-inch sizes, the Hisense U8K tops out at 4K/120 Hz on its two full bandwidth HDMI inputs, and also includes Hisense's Game Mode Pro for those of us hooking up a next-gen console or PC to the TV. And as a little bonus, those two HDMI 2.1 ports will actually push 4K at 144 Hz when compatible PC gear is wired up. The Hisense U8K's price is a massive calling card, no doubt, but if you're looking for a hard-hitting QLED that goes above and beyond the cost-friendly Slabel, do allow Hisense's flagship model to blow your mind. Number 5. TCL 65-inch QLED 4K Smart Google TV 2023 120Hz Q7 Series. We've been very impressed by TCL's mini LED models over the last few years, so it's no surprise that the brand gets more than one mention in our roundup. Sitting one rung below the QM8, the TCL Q7 is another awesome QLED that competes with models like the Hisense U7K and the Sony X90L. We tested the 65-inch version ourselves. It's also available in 55-, 75-, and 85-inch sizes, and we're taken aback by the Q7's high brightness output and vivid colors. Now, as far as nit metrics go, the TCL Q7 is a bit on the lackluster side. Not only did it score some SOSO peak brightness readings, around 1100 nits, with HDR playback, but the mere results found their way into SDR content too, about 700 nits for peak brightness. Compared to TVs like the Hisense U8K, the Q7 just doesn't touch the kind of QLED brightness of some of its competitors, but that doesn't mean there isn't plenty to love about it. Two of the Q7's 4 HDMI inputs are full bandwidth 2.1 ports that support 4K at up to 120 Hz. It also runs the latest version of Google TV for all your Netflix and Prime Video streaming needs. Plus, you'll be able to use Google Assistant to search for media and control your smart home devices, and there's also AirPlay and HomeKit support. In a way, we love the TCL Q7 because it's not a perfect QLED. But what it does well, it tends to do very well, and the price just can't be beat. Number 6. Amazon Fire TV 65-inch Omni QLED Series 4K UHD Smart TV. Amazon has been making its own TVs for a few years now, and while these models definitely err toward the more budget-friendly side of the price and quality spectrums, we'll admit that we were pretty impressed by the Amazon Fire TV Omni QLED series. Available in 43-, 55-, 65-, and 75-inch sizes, the Omni QLED delivers a pretty great picture. Now, it's not the touting the most amazing specs and features in town, and the fact that the Omni QLED only tops out at 60 Hz is a bit disappointing, but where the Omni QLED truly shines is in its Fire TV Smart UI. From the ground up, this is a TV built around Amazon's larger smart home ecosystem, to the point where the Omni QLED has Alexa built right into it. This means you can fire off voice commands right from your living room couch, as well as control everything from smart lights and locks to web-connected security systems. You'll even be able to see a live view from any compatible smart cameras right on your TV screen. And when the Omni QLED is powered down, you'll be able to use the Fire TV ambient experience to display artwork and photos. Other add-ons like Dolby Vision IQ and HDR10 plus adaptive support bring a few more picture perks to sweeten the deal. Again, the Fire TV Omni QLED may not be the best QLED ever made, but it's definitely worth adding to our list.